we're going to continue our look into place value. But today, we're going to look at why we even learn place value. Why is place value important in the first place? So, we're going to learn about rounding today. And for rounding, you're going to use place value. So, let's take a look at it. Alright, so if we have the number 674, we know the 6 is in the hundreds place. We're going to H for 100. The 7 is in the tens place. And the 4 is in the ones place. So we're going to label that O for 1. So instead of writing this in expanded notation, we're going to round. So we're going to round to the nearest 10. So the rule that we're going to use for rounding, 5 or above, round up. 4 or below, stay the same. Now, what in the world are we going to use that's 5 or above? Well, if we're rounding to the nearest 10 and the 7's in the 10, we need a number to make it round. And that number is going to be the 4. The 4 is going to be the helper digit. So is the 4 going to make the 7 round up or stay the same? Right, it's going to stay the same because of this rule right here. 4 or below stay the same. So since the 7 is going to stay the same, we're going to leave it the same. We're going to bring the 6 on down because we didn't do anything with that. And then the 4 is going to now become a 0. So the way we would read that is 674 rounded to the nearest 10 is 670. Alright, I'm going to leave my rule there. Hopefully somebody's writing it down. I would love that if you are. Alright. So now, new number. 423. Alright. First thing we're going to do is label our number. The 4 is in the hundreds place. The 2 is in the tens place. And the 3 is in the ones place. So, just for review, guys, I'm going to write this in expanded form like we did with place value. The 4 is in the hundreds, so you've got 4 groups of 100. The 2 is in tens, so you got 2 groups of 10. And the 3 is in the ones, so you got 3 groups of 1. Okay? So now, that's just a little review for you. Alright, so we're going to round to the nearest 100. So first of all, let's decide what number's in the hundreds place. And it's 4. And we can see that because the hundreds labeled H. So the 4 is in the hundreds. The 2 is the helper number, and that's going to round the 4. So does the 2 round the 4, make the 4 round up, or stay the same? Well, 4 below says it stays the same. So the 4 stays the same, so we're just going to bring the 4 down, and everything else is going to turn into a 0. The 2 is going to become a 0, and the 3 is going to become a 0. Alright, so let's do one more 100. 799. Alright, so we're going to round to the nearest 100. So let's figure out what place is what. So the 7 is in the hundreds place. This 9 is in the tens place. And this 9 is in the ones place. So if we're gonna round to the nearest 100, first, what number is in the hundreds place? Right. The 7 is in the hundreds place. And what number is going to be the helper number that's going to make the 7 round up or stay the same? Right. The first 9. Okay, so the first 9 is going to make the 7 round up, right? Because 9 is 5 or above. 9 is way above 5. So the 7 is going to round up to 8. So we're going to bring an 8 down, and we're going to make the other numbers a 0. So 799 rounded to the nearest 100 is 800. So let's look at this. This is going to be tricky. So we're going to round the number 8. Is it going to round up or stay the same? Right. It's going to round up. And when it rounds up, it's going to become a 10. Good. Good job, guys. So now let's go to 4 numbers. Let's say 2,324. Alright, so we're going to round to the nearest 10. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to label what they are. So from our previous examples, we know this is the 1. This is the 10, this is the 100, and this is the 1,000. I know you knew that. So if we round to the nearest 10, we need to decide that the 2 is in the tens place. So the number next to it, which is 4, is going to be our helper number. And is it going to make the 2 round that, or stay the same, or round up? Stay the same, because it's 4 or below, and in this case it's 4. So we're going to bring down your 2, bring down your 3, and since we said the 2 is going to stay the same, we're going to bring down this 2, and then we're going to make this 4 a what? A 0, right. So 2,324 rounded to the nearest 10 is 2,320. Very good, guys. All right. So that is our first look into using place value to round, and we'll look at some more numbers tomorrow, and keep going with our rounding our place value. So until next time, guys, I'll see you. Take care.